And we continue to track breaking news in Tracy tonight. A massive fire destroyed a medical supply warehouse. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Chris Thomas. That fire started around 1 p.m. this afternoon at the Medline warehouse on Hanson Road. Multiple warehouses, including a FedEx location, are in that area. Video from overhead earlier today shows just how big that fire was. Crews have been battling it all day and into the night. This warehouse is 1 million square feet. As you can see, there's a lot of damage and the firefight is not over. We just heard from the fire chief tonight on exactly what happened. ABC 10's Garjpal Sangha is there live. And Garjpal, a very busy day and evening for firefighters.
Yeah, Chris, I wish I can say it's going to get a little less easier, but that is not the case right now. The wind continues to blow towards an easterly direction, and we don't have the benefit of daylight right now, so you can't really see that large plume of smoke that continues to burn, but you can see a little bit of the glow of the fire that is burning behind that building. Now, crews tonight are having to fight this fire, protect the neighboring warehouses, and put out hotspots across the city.
Within 30 to 40 minutes, the entire building was fully involved. We had issues with water supply initially, and that hampered our firefighting efforts.
First responders raced to Tracy's Medline facility, only to find fire already burning through the roof of a 1 million square foot medical supply warehouse.
It's devastating.
Aerial video shows just how quickly it took over. Roofs collapsed, trucks engulfed in flames, and steel frames twisted and bent as a massive plume of smoke rose over Tracy.
High winds, high temperatures, low humidities made firefighting very difficult.
Those conditions also pushed the fire through the building. Firefighters say they also ran into problems with the facility's water system.
We had water supply issues, and we don't know why. And we're not sure if the sprinkler systems to protect this facility operated appropriately. We made a good aggressive interior fire attack, and the sprinklers were not operating. So that we'll have to find out what happened to the water supply, and that's going to be an after-action investigation.
Another problem, embers sparked smaller fires across the city. Firefighters say this industrial corridor was built with fire protection in mind, but with everything working against them, it created a battle they could not stop in time.
It was a little bit of the perfect storm for this fire evolving quickly.
Back out here live, firefighters say nobody was injured from this fire. So overnight, they're just going to make sure this fire continues to stay where it is and make sure those embers, that's been the problem. One of the embers, the fire chief told us, flew about 2.5 miles away. That started a fire there. So that is a concern that they're facing with. So the fire chief told us they could be here anywhere from 3 to 4 days to get this incident fully complete. Reporting from Tracy, Garjpal Sangha, ABC 10.
And Garjpal, I know one of the other big questions is what was actually inside that building, and does it pose any risk to neighbors? Are you hearing any update from firefighters on that?
Yeah, we're told it was medical supplies that burned up there. You have gloves, your other medical needs that hospitals or clinics that everyday use that people use. So we don't know exactly the things that are burning out of there. The fire chief did tell us that they have 3 air quality stations set up around the fire to see just if that chemical or whatever is being burned is dangerous to people's health. The fire chief saying at this time he doesn't think so, but that is 3 stations that they've set up around the area to just test out exactly what is in the air that continues to spread east at this point. Chris.
Okay, Garjpal live for us tonight. We do thank you for the update. I want to show you the company Medline released this statement confirming the fire and saying all employees and on-site personnel have been accounted for. In the statement, they said, quote, "The safety and well-being of our employees is our top priority. We're coordinating closely with local authorities and first responders as we assess the fire's impact, and will share more details as they become available." I want to take a closer look now at where Medline is. The Medline warehouse is about 1 million square feet, as we mentioned, and it was filled with medical supplies. Tonight, we've been reaching out to major hospital groups to find out if they anticipate any impacts from that fire. Sutter Health tells us, like other health systems, they're closely monitoring the situation. They say they have contingency plans in place to maintain access to critical supplies. As we bring in Peter now, we're still tracking a weather impact alert. Officials are telling people to stay away from all that smoke, Peter, and also bring pets inside if they're in the Tracy area. And we've been seeing a lot of that thick black smoke for hours today. Talk about the winds and what people can expect.
Yeah, those winds are going to be shifting here as we get to the overnight hours, but I kind of want to put into perspective the track that this smoke took when it almost exploded up into the atmosphere. This is right around that 2 o'clock hour here. Kind of watch my figure here. You're going to watch it move south. You see that? I have a better visualization. It's still a lot going on here, but look for a little pocket of black develop quickly here. That was the smoke, some of it making its way south, some of it kind of following itself further to the south and to the east here as we continued through your Thursday. So we did see that smoke kind of move throughout the atmosphere, and it is going to be bringing some impacts, at least those who are asthmatic, who have lung conditions. That is a potential that you are going to be seeing here as we get through the next, say, 24 hours, because we are going to be seeing winds pick up a little bit again, and that smoke is still expected to continue here as well. We also are still seeing that low relative humidity in Tracy, actually the lowest here in the area right now at 19%. It's very dry air, and those winds moving in from the west-northwest around 5 miles per hour. So as we continue through the overnight hours, it's going to be primarily being that west to northwest wind that could move that smoke throughout the area. As of right now, nothing too concerning, no sensitive, unhealthy, or very unhealthy impacts with the air quality, but this is, again, something that we will be needing to watch here very closely, and we'll continue to update you on that, and we'll track that wind and how it's going to maybe impact it coming up here in just a bit, Chris.
Okay, Peter, thank you.